Thank you. Everybody here? Okay. I know since day one when I started this, I always heard that Uechi Ryu was an in-close fighting system. And that aspect of our training was sometimes neglected somewhat. We practiced for tournaments, not that we didn't practice for self-defense, but in-close fighting to a lot of people means that we simply just get in close and start throwing punches. Well, I don't want to get in close and start throwing punches with a Mike Tyson or something like that. So my whole idea of in close fighting is I don't want to just get in, I want to render them helpless on the way in. So anybody, just step out. So a lot of these techniques are in the kata. They interpret them like in the Seisan Bunkai in a very basic way, this move here. But if his hands are up and I'm going to come in, you're defending yourself, right? So I reverse this. 1, 2. You know, once you get in, you don't need any instruction from me what to do when I get here. What you don't want to do is start doing this. You know, 1, 2. You know, there's 1,000 things you can do once you get in. But if we're in a fight, we're not going to look like this. We're going to be moving around. Somebody's throwing punches. In. So why don't everybody take a partner and try that. If you're the attacker, right, you're defending. If I'm, you defend. If I'm coming in like this, that's not going to work. If you're here, I'm the attacker. I'm in. You do that. You got to come in. 1, 2, yeah. But stay right there.
Okay.
So now you're inside. You haven't done anything yet. Now, you know, take them out.
Okay.
Do something. Okay, what I see everybody doing, and I realize you're not used to doing this, but don't just come in and then do something. Right now, I'm in close, but I have no advantage. He has the same advantage as me. His hands are up. Now I have an advantage. Knee, here. And if you get in here and you hit him here and you don't take him out, you better go back to the drawing board. What makes this technique work or prevents it from working? One major factor. Speed. Oh, too slow. I have no advantage over him yet. So you got to explode in. You can make the third one right across his face. One thing I don't like doing in close techniques is to do this. 1, 2, and be in a long stance. Because maybe he could take advantage of me. He takes this leg out, and I could go down. So when I come in, I want both feet in at the same time. So it's just in. So everybody, you've seen that technique, you can do it. Anybody can do this technique. But the only thing you need to practice is speed. And once you get in, you don't need instruction on what to do once you get there. At least you shouldn't. There's 3 aspects to speed. Speed mathematically is from point A to point B as fast as I can get. Well, everybody understands that. The second aspect of speed for our purposes is timing. If I'm here, I can't just start walking in and doing it. He's going to react. I have to get in a little, sneak in a little close, and then get in and do it. The third aspect of speed is technique. If I do this, he reacted. So my technique was no good. Doesn't matter how fast I am now. I lost my chance. That's a really basic technique, and it works even while you're sparring. You can just all of a sudden do that. He'll be kind of overwhelmed. Another good technique for getting in is this technique. Hold your hands up. So if he's standing like that, this works well. This is what I call a conceptual technique. The concept is that I do this, I get his arms out here. But there's other ways to do it. Hold the hands the way you normally would hold them. Okay. Now, this isn't going to work. But I'm going to use the same concept. Here. In. One technique I like, and it works good on somebody that just starts, the fight is just starting, and then up and around. So I'm doing 3 different things, and I don't expect all 3 of them to work. But his hands are up. 1. That was the first one. It's a block and a strike. 2, break it. Now, he's got to be real slow and unaware for me to get this on him. So don't let me get that on you. Well, nothing worked. But the first part of it worked. But like I said, that works good against klutzes. So just take a partner and work on that. The main thing, all you're trying to do is this. For 1/2 a second, I've got him here. He's not going to stay there. But if I can, my goal is 1/2 a second. Render him helpless for 1/2 a second. And maybe I get in, maybe I don't. Try it. Real simple technique. So as I'm coming in, that's his right hand. That's kind of the hand I'm worried about. Punch at me. As I come in, I'm blocking and moving the hand out. I'm blocking if he punches. But then, 1. Don't, when you do a technique like 1, 2, I'm locked in a defensive position. Don't make the mistake of going out like this. Because he could, look at, I'm open now. There's things he can do. As I'm coming in, 1, I got him. This I don't expect to get.
He got me that time, he did.
Okay, these techniques, if they do nothing else for you, they're good speed drills. So you all know this technique. You got to get a feel for it, make it work, but anybody can do this move. But it's a speed drill. So you come in, there I am. 1, 2. See that? If he reacts a little bit, he hit me in the head on the way by. Probably not going to hurt me, but it negates what I was trying to do. But I got that. Okay, well, one more technique that I think is really ridiculous. It's a goof, but it works. You're here. See what he did? And almost everybody does that. Just this move here, in. I'd like to get this, but I might not get it, but I'm going to try. 1, 2.
Oh, and then you got him, but he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's like something that requires no training, nothing. I'm just put your hands up, just coming in, I call it the bum's rush. There was a famous fighter in San Francisco in Gold Rush days. His name was Butt Riley. And it doesn't mean what you think it means. But he was a tough guy, don't do anything. And he got in a lot of fights, boom! He'd rush somebody, he'd hit him right in the solar plexus, lift him off the ground, and that was his technique. I don't think you should do it. Okay, one other aspect of self-defense that we've been doing it since day one. It's in Hojundo and some of the katas, and that's tension moves. You punch towards me. That's your most natural reaction. Punch real slow. Even if I got hit, I was backing away. I tried to get out of his way. That's all I'm trying to do. Every kumite you do, that's your first move. So we're still predicated on doing this. He punches. I mean, everybody knows that technique. But our natural reaction is not to go back, or it is to go back. But what we're trained to do, he punches, and I just shuffle off a little to the side. Everybody knows that. But try shuffling different. He punches. My objective is to get behind him. And if he knows anything at all what he's doing, I'm not going to do it. Because you have a goal doesn't mean you're always going to accomplish it. But as he punches, if I can get to the side, I'm happy. Slow. Tension move, if you do it right, doesn't even need a block. You just parry it, sort of, and puts me right here. But punch like you mean it. Here. One technique we do in the bunkai, you punch hammer fist, right? Now, if there's one thing, punch slow. One thing I don't like doing is walking towards a punch. So to make this technique work, he punches, tension move, slow. Now I've got control. This is where my head was, that's where he's aiming, and I got here. Hitting is obviously the objective. The other objective is that. Wherever his head goes, he goes. He punches. That's a technique I really like. Slow. Palm here. Boshkin here. But for any technique, like kicks, same thing.
You want it off the rear or the forward?
Oh, I don't care. That's what we all do. But it takes a lot of practice. It's such an unnatural move. But as he kicks, tension move. Whatever you want to do. This move in Seisan, the way we practice it, somebody grabs you from behind, you strike. But this move, he kicks. It's a much easier block, again. Again. So, kick again. Even if I just shuffle to the side, I probably won't get hit. I'm not going to do that. But again, slow kick, that puts me in good position. And again, he kicks, I'm in. Maybe. He's sharp and his hands are up, and that's only going to work once.
Thank you.
But this you got to practice slow, just to get the feel of it. Okay. Nobody learns a technique going full bore, right, except the first ones I did because they're so simple. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows the moves, you know. Kick.
Yep. Got it. Yep. Perfect.
And it works nicely inside.
Sensei, when you came down, did you do knuckles, or how did you?
Slice.
I did it open hand. You can do whatever you want, closed fist, but that's the move. Straight back and stop here. But then you're done with the block. What was your question?
No, I didn't have a question.
Oh.
Oh, we're just kind of mauling each other. So if she kicked the leg, so yeah.
Okay, here's where the practice comes in. Kick. You
Sorry
did
about
something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
Again.
it's because I'm.
When the kick comes in,
Yep.
you do that,
Oh, all the way through.
which puts me here.
Right behind me. That's what we were trying to get behind each other. And
You gotta do the kicks like that.
yes.
Slow. This is practice. You're not defending yourself. But we're not interested. We don't spend years learning how to defend ourselves against drunks in the bar or whatever. You do that after 6 months of practice. You're worried about somebody that's a threat, which means what? You gotta hurt them. And like I said, speed drills, you can just practice this move, and just, or same as you practice any move, just speed. And speed is not just this. Speed is the whole body. A drill I like, I do it in class a lot, is you do a recon. I'm going to do it. You block.
Right.
Now, from here, I get in.
Right.
Anybody could get in because I have the range. So the drill is now I'm a foot away. Now I have to get in and hit him, which means I got to move my whole body. But if I get, what I'd like to do in a real situation, I'm going to sneak in here.
Right.
Now I know I'm going to hit him. But he's going to hit me if he throws the punch in time. But it's a good drill. You punch. Just recon.
Oh, just Rican? Okay. Sorry, I thought we were back to earlier.
I'll do it.
Right.
Remember, I got to cover this distance to hit him. And bring it further out. This is more of a test for me. This is exercise.
Right.
So from here, if I attack, look how much range I have to cover. You don't let me do that.
Right.
So I have to move my whole body to get in. The other thing is, a lot of people do recons, don't do anything.
Hey!
This way. Rican is this way. What's the difference? What was the difference in the two things I just did?
Is it the angle of your fist and the muscles you're using, or is it the same technique?
Yeah, but explain it.
I think you did too fast. I couldn't see it.
Everybody knows what antagonistic muscles mean? Okay. When you do a punch like this, I'm using tricep, not bicep. When I do something like this, it's bicep. The other muscle is the antagonistic one. In a Rican, I'm doing straight out. Both muscles are in play, which makes it faster and more powerful. In boxing, we're here, right? Jab, jab. Hey, we're in a 12-round fight. I'll hit you 100 times with a jab. Doesn't mean I beat you because I hit the jab doesn't beat you. But a Rican does. If I get in, I expect to break something because I'm getting the force of this in that because there's no antagonistic muscles. That's why I stress, I hate to see it, but in these katas, you see that. A lot of people in Okinawa, they stop here. So they're practicing doing it correctly. If I do this, hey, I just did another flick in the air. Might have been right, might have been wrong. But another mistake everybody makes is this. Now, I'm not saying this wouldn't be effective. It probably would be. But a correct Rican comes back through the Sanchin position. So it's from here, just the way you should throw it in a real situation. Hey, try that, just. In practice, leave it out. So I get the feeling that I was right there hitting with that knuckle. Speed is easy. Once you do that, speed is easy to get. Okay, just gather around, please. Okay, I can't stress enough the speed. Like everybody here, you've been doing Sanchin for years. You've all got enough power. If you get in and you hit somebody, you should take them out or do some damage. Don't delude yourself into thinking because you hit him once, you beat him. You got to keep hitting him till he's down. But speed, we think just because we do Sanchin or kata that we got speed. Oh, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Strength you have by virtue of doing Sanchin. You want more, so you do more Sanchin, right? More years. But speed, it's easy to think you're fast and not strive to be faster. And like I said, to make these kind of techniques work, your hands are up, I got to explode in. Now that didn't happen exactly the way I wanted to, but I still got in. And sometimes it's not going to. But practice also, your hands are up, and just do this, and just, think, practice in slow motion combinations that you would use. You should be aware, or at least be aware of it, is you hit somebody in the side of the head with an elbow strike, you could kill them. So a lot of, even here, under the heart, you could kill them. But if you hit somebody full bore right here, you could kill somebody. So know what you're doing, You can use a professional wrestler's elbow strike. You come in and you hit with the forearm. It'll do something, knock them back, won't kill them. Well, then I'll finish him off with a punch. But I wouldn't want to accidentally kill somebody. If it was on purpose, that's okay.
Make sure it's on purpose.
Okay. I hope you like that, and I hope you practice it some. But like I say, especially think about those tension moves, because they work so good. But there is nothing more unnatural than as he comes in, that I move against him. That's really unnatural to do. It takes a lot of practice. Don't think because he punches that I stepped sideways and I was doing it right. I'm not. That's not going to fool anybody. Punch where I am right now. Nobody's going to fall for that. So, but you want the move where it's tension moves. Tension moves take a lot of practice. Okay, thank you for your attention.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Live Dandy.